All right, here we are. It's the Joe Talk New Year's edition. That's for my brother Mark. This is a cigarette, not a joint. And that's for my brother Mark. 2015. It's coming to a close. Here I am, drinking a cup of coffee, talking with you, virtually if anything. But just watched the dog. She looks great. My mother-in-law went with the neighbor and her son to the coast to hang out with my wife's cousin and her aunts and uncle and perhaps his surprise guest. I don't know. One never knows. You know, that's the way we roll down here, I guess. Here's to you, Charlie Sheen. So anyhow, the year's almost done. And like you know, I had a lot more good things or beneficial things happen than, bad or, not very beneficial things. We moved back with my mother-in-law, and that needed to be done. It needed to be done because we were talking about something that wasn't going to be given unless something had to give. And moving out of our apartment, that was the give point, in my opinion. So, by life circumstances, we left. And we moved here, and that was great. And I appreciate all the help from Mary and Cristobal and Jorge and my mother-in-law and my wife. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I was moving boxes too, for Pete's sake. So anyways, we moved from there to this smaller town. Imagine, Columbus to Pickerington. That's what we're dealing with. And the idea is to save money and buy a house. I'm thinking about a house. We lived in an apartment for almost 11 years, and that was fine, and it needed to be done, but I think we're going for a house. I think I'm a backyard kind of guy. I like backyards. As you can see, I'm in a backyard now, although you're only looking at the roof of the backyard porch. And I'm grateful to be here. Did you know that the house that we're living in, my wife's grandfather and family, they built by scratch. It didn't come out of a Betty Crocker box either. Like, rock for rock and, sweat and blood and it's trying to be poetic. I was going to say tears, but I really doubt anyone cried. Unless they smashed their thumb with a hammer, which could be possible. Who knows? I wasn't here then. But I'm grateful for their grandparents. They were nice people. They've gone, like a few of my family and friends, to the Valley of the Unconcerned. It was my brother's 3rd year anniversary of his death, which was unfortunate, but my little bird friend comes by periodically and lets me know that he's okay and I'm okay and everything's going to be just fine. But anyways, we're listening to the Grateful Dead now. Wake of the Flood. Dead and Company played last night up in the Forum in Inglewood, which is cool. I don't want to say it's the right word, prima donna, but anyways, God bless them all. I'm glad that they're playing that music, but I really like Jerry Garcia a lot. And that's all I got to say about that. But anyways, I was able to go up to Fairly Well up in Santa Clara, and I met my buddy John Huth. I hadn't seen physically since my wedding, which was 13 years ago, and he's got long hair again. He's looking good, walking like a champ, and we were able to spend the 2 days together and have a good time. And I was glad to be there. I'll tell you, I was glad to be there. I was glad there to be with him, and I was able to have a good time and visit with my sister, and then visit with my nephew and Louis Fassman, who is a hell of a trumpet player. You should check him out over at what is it? Oh God, I can't remember the name of the club in San Francisco. Ushi's maybe. If I'm getting that wrong, I apologize. But he plays with Tommy Igoe, and he's good. He's really good. And he's actually a really good guy. And I suppose one day maybe they'll get married, and if they don't, that's all right, because they love each other, just like the song. But I was able to see Michael Handlery, which is always a pleasure. He's really doing well. He's really doing well. It's good to see him and the whole family up there. And of course, Buster the dog and Stella, who's also a dog, they were doing good. And I got to see Laura and Dana for a second, who are daughters to Louis. And it was a good year. I was able to do that and then come back down. I worked a full year. I'm a English teacher down here in Chile, and I like that. It helps me because I'm helping people. It does me a lot of good to be of service. So, this year went day by day, and I worked a lot, and I earned money, and I spent money, and I saved money, thank God. So we're slowly but surely getting all of our ducks in a row. Cheers. But I wish you guys the best. Whatever happened, happened. Like I said, some friends had died. John Gilmore had passed this year. He was a heck of a guy. He was a beautiful man, and I loved him, and he loved me, and there was just no possible way to feel bad around that guy. Excuse me while I light this cigarette. There's to you, Jod. He was a poet from Gallipolis, Ohio, and such a small world. He was dear friends with my brother Mark's wife, and they knew each other in Detroit. And I'm just telling you, thinking about that guy right now, there's just no way to feel bad. So what I wish for you guys is to, things happen, put them in the box of learning and take it with you, pass it along. If anything, I've learned anything in this life, it's pass it along, pass everything along. Get rid of it all. I'm not talking about material goods, although that's one thing. I'm talking about wisdom and experience and feelings and communication and perspective. People were killed this year, in France, and that's unnecessary. Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead, who originally was with Hawkwind, he died recently at 70. The drummer from that band, he died about a month ago or so. And Lemmy Kilmister, even if you don't like his music, the guy had a lot of sense. He had a lot of sense. So I was always happy to watch his videos because he wasn't an ignorant guy. But anyways, if no one's told you they love you today, I do. And I wish you a very happy new year and good health and challenges and prosperity. Take care of yourselves. Adios.